Hey guys, True Knight back here again. So in my first video with this deck, I did a build where it was kind of more built towards the meta. Swordsoul is very much known for wanting to go second, break an opponent's board, and win the game outright. My thought philosophy is that with things changing, with the new set coming out, with the way it currently stands in the meta, and the way that people currently look and perceive Swordsoul, I wanted to make a build where going first or second are both even keel, and having a chance in the match in both instances. So not too much of different spice, but definitely more philosophized towards that. So let's get right into it. Alright, so first, of course, we got Ecclesia. Great card, going second. I definitely agree with what I'm hearing, that going first with this card, you want to side one out. I think it's definitely a good idea. 3 Moye. Again, this is your Deneb. This is your bread and butter of the deck. I did watch a video where a guy said siding one of these out going second is a good idea. Tried it out a couple of times and I like it. I think it's a good idea as well. Long this is your beatdown. This is your guy that wins in time. This is such a clutch card. Anything would ever happen to this card, this deck dies in my opinion. Taya, again, I'm only running it at 2. Should anything ever happen to Emergence or Moye, I'll probably pick this up to 3, but currently as it stands, 2 seems to be a right. 3 Emergence, again it's your Rhoda. It also has crazy effects on the grave when you banish it. Great card. Still gonna play this. I will probably play this until this deck dies. Pretty much Monster Reborn. It's a great function with the deck. If you're going first and you want to get to 3 synchros, this is one of your keys to doing that. So love this card. Don't sleep on this card. This is a great card going into this format. And of course your Icarus attack. I do see people playing it at 2. I prefer 1 just because the Search It Out ability. Being a traps kind of player in my past, I think that this is not really a card I need to see more than 1 time per game. Actually, sometimes I will side it out, so great card. Alright, on to Tennies. Again, should anything happen to these guys, this deck may fall, but this is one of your best cards in your whole deck. It's insane. It baits out a lot of negates, baits out disruption. It causes such a headache for your opponent to deal with before you even normal summon that you'd be silly not to run this at 3. The shooter, yeah, this guy or girl, whichever one it is, baits out again, negates. It's an awesome card going first or second. Great name to put in the graveyard at all times, and easy disruption on your opponent. Now changing it up a little bit here, opposed to running 2, I run 3 in this build. This build is only 41, so my last build was 43. I took out 2 cards, added this in. I chose this to be my 41st card because it's an easy side out option, and with the hope of going first, consistency of getting these guys is what I want. So I'm always wanting to see a 10-yi no matter what. And Shatana goes along with Circle. This is a great card because should somebody disrupt your play with Moye, say you summon out Moye, you reveal for effect, and they chain Infinite or Veiler or something of that nature, boom, you can chain this, go and get Shatana. Moye goes to the grave, and effect results. Or even if Moye doesn't go to the grave, I'm so sorry, Moye will go to the grave because you are using her as the tribute. But when she goes to the grave, Infinite or Veiler misses timing, but Moye in the grave still hits effect. So you'll get your token you can special summon this out and still go off from there. Alright, now for my last cards after the base of the deck, still running Ash at 3. I'm a firm believer in this card just because a lot of people aren't. So a lot of people aren't counting on it, or people are just writing it off. I think this is still a great card and a card that should be ran in all of your decks. Hands down, disruption is never a bad thing. So I think that this disrupts one way or another, and if you can perfectly time it, not even perfectly timed, but if you just get a good timing off of it, you can interrupt even the best of decks. So. Next up, Desires. Really wish it was at 3. I love this card. I think going first or second, this is a great card to play. Running 2 just because you have to, but a 3rd would be great. 1 called by. I agree with a lot of people's perspective. Please either ban this or put it at 3, but this card is amazing going first or second. Defends you, gives you more lines of play to run through. Now for the traps. Infinite Permanence. It's probably the best hand trap in the game right now, but heavily against some folks who are saying to side it out. I think effect negation is always key. And of course, this should have been a Swordsoul card. I really think you gotta run it. Going first or second, you can't go wrong with it. So. Alright, that is it for the main deck. Now let's go on to the extra deck. So starting it out, Monk, it's a great card. You have to run 3, I believe. Some people are saying that 2 is just fine for them. That's great, but when you get into a game that goes 4 or 5 turns, you need that 3rd one. So mathematically, it just makes more sense to run it at 3. Alright. Now the 1 Shaman, I haven't used it. I'm not gonna lie, in probably the past like 3-4 weeks of matches, I haven't even used it once, but as I say that, it'll probably come up the next time I play. So, great card, helps you get outs to creatures that you're either intimidated of or can't get over. Great card. Next on to the Zings. Boxia is an amazing card. Running it at 2 is just fine. The 3rd one, I've had a couple of times where I was like, dang, I wish I had it, but most matches, and mathematically wise, 2 is just fine. See some people taking out these guys. I'm not sure why. It shuts down the bureau. It can't be targeted, and it gets you to your Moye or Taya if you're looking for one or the other. So, great cards to use. Chisha, you gotta run, it's mandatory. These 2 are amazing. Great card after Desires. Great card in general going first for setup, especially with Rivalry. Baron, probably my favorite card again, ever printed. I think its effects are amazing, right up my playstyle alley, so run it. As a lot of people are saying, hey, this card's worthless, this card's amazing. If you're ever in doubt, put a negate on the board. And with my philosophy again, if you're ever in doubt, put a negate on the board. I love this card. I know a lot of people don't really run it, but you can never go wrong with spell or trap negation. And of course, the Berserker shuts down games, shuts down your opponent a lot. So I see a lot of people running the other, is it Nova or whoever guy, but this card, in my opinion, is a lot better of a choice. Alright. And for the side, it's pretty basic. Nibiru, trap and spell negation, effect negation. This is my graveyard shutdown. I think perfect card. And my I don't know card again. So philosophy for my side decking again, of course, is I want consistency because this is the weakest aspect of my game. And I believe that this side deck right here is very good generically for going first or second. You can't go wrong with Nib. A lot of decks right now that players are playing at locals are not your typical tier limit or sprite, so this is a great choice. If you're stuck going second, this is a great board wipe. Going first or second, this is great setup, or this can win you matches. This shuts down tier limit, possible BA. Anybody playing graveyard effects, you gotta shut down right here. And of course, you can't go wrong with deciding what to shut down special summon wise. So that's it for the deck. I hope you guys enjoyed. My next review, I'll probably go over a going second power build. And we'll explore it more further in the future, guys. I think that Swordsoul is not dead. I think there's still a long ways to go for this deck, so I'm going to be experimenting with it often. And if you guys like the reviews, please feel free to let me know. That way I can continue doing this, man. Thank you guys so much, and I hope you guys have a good one.